Namaste, Shubh Deepavali, or should we say a Virat and Hardik Deepavali? That's what the memes that are doing the rounds after. What a humdinger of a match, ladies and gentlemen. So much to celebrate about. But those who said कि इस दिवाली पटाखे नहीं फोड़ेंगे, India जीत गई तो पटाखे फोड़ रहे हैं. So that's what's happening. And of course, there were those who switched off their televisions in the seventh over, then came back on and said, "Is it possible to get 48 of the last three?" And then they switched off their televisions again when Hardik got out, then switched off their televisions when DK got stumped, then finally came back and said, "Oh, jeet gaye, jeet gaye, jeet gaye." So there are others who perhaps chewed off their nails. There are others who chewed off curtains. God knows what all. But the fact is that it was one humdinger of a match, and what an opener for Bharat. So Chetan joins us. Let's quickly chat about this match. Chetan, you are down in Australia. तुम्हारा तो यार बाल वाल भी ठीक है, चश्मा वश्मा भी नहीं तोड़ा, कुछ भी नहीं किया. So what, you are not excited या हाथ छुपा रहे हो?
Hi Anand and Shubh Deepavali to everyone. And ये वाला चश्मा safe है ना, दूसरा चश्मा तोड़ दिया, all the nails are gone and the hair was totally ruffled. अभी वीडियो करना है तो अभी हेयर वगैरह सब बना के आया, मुंह धो के आया, लेकिन कल तो हालत खराब थी. But yeah, on a serious note, what a game. I haven't been able to sleep. I mean, and of course, people in Melbourne haven't been able to sleep because on the whole city was awake because Pakistan fans obviously walking dejected. बंदे अपनी टी-शर्ट चेंज करना चाहते थे लोगों के साथ कि यार ये वाली टी-शर्ट ले लो, मेरे को दूसरी शर्ट दे दो. But the Indian fans, boisterous all through the night, dancing, chanting, celebrating, and why not? And yeah, दिवाली पे तो पटाखे नहीं फोड़ सकते, लेकिन इंडिया की जीत पे तो पटाखे फोड़ ही सकते हैं. उसमें तो there is no harm and no foul.
No, absolutely. तो पटाखा तो फूटेगा, लेकिन if you look back at the game, there were those who said कि मैच होगा कि नहीं. Because in the build-up, it was a 70% chance of rain and only 30% chance of the match. But जब जो होना है, तब जो होना है. But Melbourne behaved differently. The skies cleared up, and there was we had a full game on. So were you one of those who said कि यार match नहीं होगा?
Oh, I was one of those who said match hoga because ever since I landed in Melbourne 4 days back, I've been flooded with weather updates. And I have this habit of, जब India Pakistan होता है, usually it gets irritating to answer weather updates on Twitter, but जब India Pakistan होता है ना, तो public service announcement जरूरी है because it's such a big magnitude game. So I always try and help out with tweets regarding weather updates, and I was one of the first people who said कि नहीं match होगा, and I'm perfectly confident the weather has cleaned up. And the one night before Saturday, I think Friday night, it was absolute deluge. Roads were flooded. It was like rivers flowing on the streets of Melbourne, and automatically Saturday afternoon the sun came out. Everything dried up. India had a ground to practice. Pakistan had a ground to practice. Not a raindrop at all. And even today, it's Monday. It was supposed to rain, but it's all been very fine. Even the gods are taking a rest. कि चलो इतना बड़ा मैच हमने होने दिया, अब हमको भी थोड़ा सा रेस्ट लेना चाहिए.
तो यानी वो खुशी के आंसू भारत पे रो रहे हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में नहीं रो रहे.
बिल्कुल भी नहीं. But yeah.
So I'm just saying, let's start from the toss. So India calls the toss right. Did it surprise many, given the pitch report, that they chose to field and put Pakistan into bat, or was that expected?
No, it was absolutely expected because there was a grass layering on the pitch, and with the rain about, I mean, forecast had improved, but there were still chances of rain. It might, with Melbourne weather, you can't really predict; it can change any time. So, in that particular sense, bowling first was a great option, and remember, India batted last year. Okay,
correct.
क्या हालत हुई थी? You don't want Shaheen Afridi to have a new ball on a fresh green top wicket with all the pressure and everything. So. And especially the way our top order, मतलब second batting करके भी top order ने क्या उखाड़ लिया कल, so
उखड़ ही गए और क्या, उखाड़ा तो कुछ नहीं,
उखड़ ही गए. I thought they were very disappointing shots, but we'll come to that. But yeah, it was a great toss to win, and Pakistan were under pressure immediately. What was your reaction when you saw the kind of start that India had made? Arshdeep Singh. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I just thought to myself that if Shaheen can, Arshdeep can better. So that was the reaction, and what a comeback by this boy, who for just dropping a catch, which is regulation, which happens with the best of the players, got trolled, and then he comes back brilliantly in the Asia Cup, and then he shows so much maturity, and he's bowled with so much of panache. I just feel that he's that test that happened with him, that time of criticism that came through, the way the team, the back end has worked, and it pays to have Rahul Dravid, who's been so mentally strong, be there as a coach and a mentor. And I think they have worked on Arshdeep's mental ability, and he's worked on his skill too. So you could see the skill. He used the conditions to his advantage, and to get the back of Babar, Rizwan, it's just brilliant to see that. And you feel good ना कि एक टाइम होता था कि भाई हमारे पास एक ही पेसर है, अब तीन
नहीं नहीं
तीन
अब तो
तीन साइडलाइन में बैठे हैं, बीमार बैठे हैं, तो 5 और कबड़ में से निकल के आए और 3 और वैसे ही वेट कर रहे हैं, डोमेस्टिक में ऐसी बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं, वो उधर उमरान मलिक है, विकेट उड़ा रहा है डोमेस्टिक में कि भाई मुझे भी चांस दो, एंड यार अर्शदीप है कि भाई रुक जा भाई मेरा टाइम आया है. So it is like that. It feels good, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and look at Shami. He was out, down and out last year World Cup के बाद. He was not even in contention, and suddenly he's called back because Bumrah's experience was missing, and he just comes out and that's 1 over 4 wickets. And yesterday also I thought he bowled really well. He used the bounce really well, but I think the standout bowling performance was Hardik Pandya. The 3 for 13 those 4 overs, and why I say that, because I didn't tweet about this, and I was just standing there when he got hit on the knee during the net session, and Shardul Thakur was bowling. उसने आके उसका पाँव पकड़ लिया कि भाई ठीक तो है, तू ठीक तो है, तू ठीक तो है. And it was such a scary moment. All fans were there, and I was shooting the video for Cricket Next, and we all got really scared कि भैया ये तो World Cup खत्म हो गया इंडिया का अगर यहाँ पे कुछ injury हो गया तो. But he batted and he fielded, and then obviously the next day he bowled, and what a superb spell.
Yeah, it did. And so, thankfully for T20 that you don't have to bowl 10 overs. So 3-4 ओवर आप खींच लेते हो, और उसमें अगर आपका जम गया, आपकी bowling अच्छी पड़ गई, तो what happens is then that momentum itself and that feel good thing itself helps you play over the play. And in fact, with great players, this is something which you must have also noticed, that pain actually helps them focus. So if you look at Mohammad Yusuf, if you look at Yunus, you look at Sachin Tendulkar, look at Anil Kumble, they all have produced that. Yeah, almost all players have tended to focus the best when they are in a bit of pain. They have a niggle, they have something which is telling them you can't do it, and then they steel themselves and they show that kind of class. Hardik Pandya, perhaps one of the best all-rounders India has seen in the recent times, and it's just brilliant to see him, and that partnership with Kohli. We'll come to the India batting in just a bit, but you think that India gave away a tad too much? They could have restricted Pakistan to less than about 140, or यहाँ पे 160 on the board to chase was a little tough.
Absolutely, and India's weakness, I've written for Cricket Next as well on many occasions. India's weakness since the Asia Cup has been the death bowling. Since the Asia Cup, they have conceded 13 runs per over from over 17, 18, 19, 20. 13 runs per over. And yesterday also they gave away 53 in the last 5, which is almost 11 runs per over. That was where Pakistan came back into the game really. 140 कर रहे होते ना तो इतना pressure नहीं आता है. When you're chasing 160 with your top order gone for 30 or 10 overs के बाद you're just 45 runs on the board, that pressure automatically came on. And with those 8 overs of spin, Pakistan did not have a fourth pacer yesterday, which is actually the weirdest bit, That's what you said right now. कि कबड़ में से निकल कर आ रहे हैं, wait करके आ रहे हैं. Imagine in a match where India has 4 bowling options, fast bowling options, Pakistan has 3. Pakistan has 3, doesn't have a 4. It is magical. It is such a tremendous turnaround. But yeah, ये डेथ bowling जो है ना, ये हमें मरवाएगी अभी, नहीं तो बाद में ये कहीं ना कहीं जरूर मरवाएगी.
But इसमें ये प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि हमने तो 5 ओवर में 53 दिए, पाकिस्तानियों ने तो 3 में 48 दे दिए. 48 भी नहीं, एक्चुअली 52 दे दिए, क्योंकि तो लास्ट वाला तो चौका था लास्ट बॉल पे. तो I'm just saying कि ये तो पिटना तो है बॉलर को. दिस फॉर्मेट इज सो ब्रूटल कि बैट्समैन मारता है और बॉलर पिटता है. But yeah, somewhere you would say that if you are able to keep it under 10 and over in the last 3 or 4, especially in the last 5, you give not more than 50. That means you really have done your job as a bowler or as a bowling unit in a T20 fixture, and that becomes critical in T20. Now let's come to the batting. 7वां ओवर 6.1, 31.4, 31 for 4, रन आउट भी हो गया. And you are wondering ये तो खत्म ही हो गया. I'll tell you, for 10 minutes I switched off the TV. ऐसे खत्म है यार, ये तो पिट के आएंगे. I don't want a depressing Diwali, छोड़ दो. 10 मिनट मैंने बंद किया, फिर उसके बाद मैंने देखा अरे 10वां ओवर 45 चल रहा है, ये तो टिके हुए हैं, दोनों हैं, कोहली हार्दिक है, रुक जाएगा. पर वो इतना रुक के इतना ठहर के खेल रहे थे. I don't know. I said, were they trying to push it too deep? What is the sense that you get? Or this is a Dhoni lesson for them? Like, take the match deep. कहीं ना कहीं things will swing your way.
No, absolutely. I spoke with Rohit Sharma in the press conference after the game, and I asked him, and he said, it was just about experience. Forget the struggles for runs, but forget what happened in the game. It was just about taking it deep, and it was absolutely from the Dhoni playbook. And it reminded me of the I was there in Mohali in 2016, the way Dhoni and Kohli had finished that game. They also took that game really deep, runs really hard. Mohali is a smaller ground compared to MCG, but again, you need to do the basics right. You need to run hard, and full credit to full credit to Hardik, who despite the knee hit, he was running really hard. He was complimenting Virat, I think the turning point came when they hit Shadab in that third over, and they realized,
Yeah.
okay, you know what, spin is the weakness. And then Nawaz was also hit in his third over, and then Pakistan were like, नहीं ये 20वां over ही कराएंगे spin का. We'll bring
इसको
the
छुपा
equation
देते हैं.
down. इसको छुपा देते हैं. They wanted to bring the equation down to 36 of 6 or 40 of 6 कि impossible हो जाए. But you spoke about कि death में runs पड़ेंगे ही पड़ेंगे. But Anand, the point is कि what we saw yesterday was a magical knock from Virat, and it always does not happen. So the top order needs to step up. Your middle order needs to step up. मुझे ये समझ नहीं आता भैया अक्षर पटेल नंबर 5 में क्या कर रहा है और दिनेश कार्तिक को आपने सिर्फ 5 बॉल खेलने के लिए रखा हुआ है. That's a waste of a spot really. So the batting is not all a magical knock is not always going to save you, and that is why the bowling needs to make a difference.
Somewhere I think they must have also thought कि लेफ्ट हैंडर को भेज देते हैं, थोड़ा सा मिक्स कर देंगे और उसके अक्षर के बैट से 2-3 पड़ गए, इधर उधर लग गए तो उसने 2-3 हिट भी लगा दी तो फिर ये हो जाएगा. You also want to blood somebody and say जा खेल के आ देख क्या बच्चे जी ले अपनी जिंदगी.
Left right combination.
So sometimes it pays off, sometimes
more of a
left right combination. Yeah. So that left right combination is what they would have stopped. Now point to the DK आया, DK के पास he stepped out. वो मोहम्मद नवाज जैसे पपलू के सामने वो स्टंप आउट हो गया तो आप क्या करोगे. तो
आपने टीवी कब ऑन किया दोबारा. टीवी कब ऑन किया दोबारा ये बताओ.
मैंने तब ऑन किया जब मैं कह रहा हूँ ना 10वां 11वां ओवर था. फिर मैंने देखना शुरू किया. फिर मैं म्यूट पे देख रहा था. मैं बोला ज्यादा मेरा साथ ऑनेस्टली मैं एक बात बताऊं, जब भी मैंने बॉल बाय बॉल इंडिया पाकिस्तान देखा ना, इंडिया की सुताई हुई है. तो इंडिया की बहुत ज्यादा सुताई हुई. तो अब आप कहोगे कि आप क्या सुपरस्टिशियस हो, जो मैच हो रहा है होने वाला है. आपके ना देखने से थोड़ी मैच का रिजल्ट बदलने वाला है. नहीं बदलेगा भाई, जो होगा वो होगा. लेकिन मेरे साथ ये होता है कि भाई मैं देखता हूँ तो पिटती है खासकर इंडिया पाकिस्तान में. एंड आई टेल यू एवरी मैच दिस हैज हैपेंड. एंड आई सेड यार ये तो टेस्टिमनी है. मैंने कोई मैच ऐसा नहीं है जो मैंने इंडिया पाकिस्तान देखा और इंडिया जीत गई हो. ये तो कुछ तो लॉ ऑफ एवरेजेस भी नहीं है. कैचअप हो रहा है, बैलेंस हो रहा है, तो मैंने छोड़ दिया.
चलो
बट आई वॉच.
एक सुपरस्टिशन मैं आपको बताता हूँ. I've been covering actively since 2011. So 2011, 12, 14, 16, 15, 19, and now 22. I've seen 7 World Cups, 7 India-Pakistan matches. India has beaten Pakistan on all occasions. I was not present in UAE last year, 2021, and they lost. So Cricket Next should keep on. And Network 18 and Cricket Next, Network 18 and Cricket Next needs to send me to all India Pakistan matches now.
No, I'll tell you what. You need to be there at all India Pakistan matches, and Network 18 and Cricket Next will make sure we cover it with you.
Absolutely, exactly. That's what I said. That's absolutely.
No, we don't need to send you. You need to be there.
I need to be there.
इशारे समझो. But anyway, what happened? I think the fact yesterday that Shaheen Shah Afridi had no wickets to his score, and that over, that 17th over, 18th over, that was the one. 3 overs, they needed 48, and they took that 17 runs of Shaheen Shah Afridi. That over was critical because उसमें जो 3 boundary पड़ी, that for me I think was really break free. और फिर उसके बाद वो
right. So I mean, are you there?
Harris की bowling में those last 2 sixes, and Kohli was saying कि पहला वाला तो unexpected था. मैंने तो बस क्लिक किया और लग गया, और दूसरा वाला मैंने आंख बंद करके घुमाया. भाई आंख बंद करके घुमाने से ऐसे नहीं लगती. But he was also saying कि that I just gave it all and it went. But those 2 sixes also were big. So that 19th over was very critical. But Shaheen Shah Afridi, for me, I think for them to negate him, neutralize him, I think it really shocked the Pakistanis there and put the pressure on this guy.
No, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Nawaz, that was always going to be a crucial over for spin, the last over. And you can't go to the 20th over कि हम 30 runs मार लेंगे. 15 रन से ऊपर आप वो प्रेशर नहीं ले सकते, because we saw in the last over क्या कुछ हुआ है उस ओवर में. You could write a movie script of that over alone. in that particular sense, I thought it was a crucial time to hit out Shaheen. And let me tell you, in the build up to this match, they've been practicing against left arm pace bowling, Arshdeep, and there are two other net bowlers, left arm, they're bowling, and they are practicing throwdowns from two specialists left arm. So preparation में कोई कमी नहीं छोड़ी है. Be it Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, however, whatever poor shot he played, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, yes, Suryakumar Yadav, Virat Kohli, Hardik Pandya, they've all practiced against left arm pace. अच्छे से डिफेंड भी किया है और उठा के भी मारा है नेट्स में. So they did their homework, they were fully prepared, and it paid off. I've been here for the last 5 days and I've noticed an intensity about this Indian team, which was perhaps not there last year. And this intensity has really surprised me. And, I'm backing them to go quite a fair distance in this tournament.
That intensity is also coming because of Rahul Dravid in the team,
yeah.
and he's driving it very quietly. But the other thing is that hug which Rohit Sharma gave Virat Kohli after the victory. We'll come to that. But it was a lot of expression of emotion. और वो जो last over में जो drama था ना, कितने सारे हमारे मीडिया वाले अपने दोस्त हैं, भाई लोग हैं जो कि कह रहे हैं इन दोनों की नहीं बनती, ये लड़ रहे हैं, झगड़ रहे हैं. ये कभी ऐसा था ही नहीं. इनका एक equation था, because Kohli in the past has said it that Rohit has been looking on for a while for this job as he was stepping away from T20 captaincy and all of that I don't want to do captaincy at that time, and he had said that. But we'll come to that in just a minute. And that last over, उसमें क्या नहीं था. Bye था, no ball था, leg bye था, wides थे, फिर स्टंप आउट था, सब कुछ था. उसमें ड्रामा,
डेड बॉल कंट्रोवर्सी
थी. और उसके पहले वाले ओवर में भी जब छक्का पड़ा था, उसमें भी ये पूछा था कि ये नो बॉल था कि नहीं था.
वो दैट वाज नॉट अ नो बॉल, बट दिस वन वाज.
सो उसमें भी काफी लड़ाई झगड़ा, इंटेंसिटी. So,
well, yeah, I mean, like I said, कि वो last over के आप पूरी एक movie script लिख सकते हो. It was just heart and mouth moment. And Ashwin की तारीफ करनी होगी ना. How cool was he? एक तो white ball थी, उसको जाने दिया, और उसके बाद
छोड़ दिया.
I mean,
लॉग के ऊपर चिप.
And then last ball पे आपने उसको बिल्कुल flick किया, mid off के ऊपर आपने उसको flick किया. मतलब how cool was he कि I'm just gonna flick this. If he would have mishit it, mid off पे catch हो जाता, super over हो जाता. But he was so calm and collected, and then he was running and जीत गए भाई, एक बॉल पे एक रन ही तो बनाया है तूने. But it was, but it's not taking away. It was such a huge pressure situation. I'm just saying how cool was Ravichandran Ashwin, and we all aged a couple of months at least in that last over itself.
नहीं, बट इंडिया पाकिस्तान हाई प्रेशर गेम नहीं हुआ तो फिर कैसे मजा भी नहीं आएगा. बट if you expect that shot from anybody outside of the top 3-4 of our batsmen, Virat Kohli is a master at playing this. Then the other one is Ravichandran Ashwin. He's a class act as a batsman also, and you needed a cool head like him there, and it is so good that he was there. So that victory happens, and after the victory, the celebration happens, and in that celebration, that big hug happens, and it's such a big sigh of relief. So 82 of 52 and 82 of 53, Mohali and Melbourne. And everybody will turn around and many would say that Mohali innings was perhaps Virat Kohli's best. But what Rohit said was fantastic, that this may not be Virat's best, but it is his best for India. That is perhaps the most ultimate compliment that you could give to Virat Kohli. And after that Asia Cup 100, उसका form तो आ गया भाई. ये
फॉर्म आ गया है,
पता था वो फॉर्म आ गया. पर यहाँ अब बिलीफ भी आ गया कि भाई मैं फिर से इंडिया को मैच जिता सकता हूँ. आई कैन टेक इंडिया टू द डीप एंड आई कैन टेक देम अक्रॉस द रोप्स काइंड ऑफ थिंग,
बिल्कुल आनंद. बिल्कुल आनंद. मैं आपसे ये बात पूछूंगा, बिलीफ की बात कर रहे हैं ना, बिकॉज अर्लियर व्हेन विराट कोहली, हम 2016 की बात करते हैं, व्हेन विराट कोहली वाज बैटिंग, वी न्यू, वी हैड द बिलीफ, वी वर वाचिंग ना, वी हैड द बिलीफ कि ये कर देगा. Yesterday, who had that belief? Did you have that belief? Did I have that belief? Nobody had that belief कि विराट करेगा. We had questions, we had doubts, and yes, form आ गया है और कल वो belief वापस आया है. Yesterday, the last 2 overs, those last 2 overs was the Virat Kohli that we identify with. और आपने रोहित और उनके हक की बात की, तो मैं यही कहूंगा कि I mean there's a mutual respect there. ठीक है, there's always rivalries. These are really two very big players. जैसे वो कहते हैं ना, एक मैदान में 2 तलवारें नहीं रहती हैं, लेकिन इनको रहना पड़ रहा है. These are two very big players, and one of them has had tremendous success as an IPL captain, the other not so much. Virat has had tremendous success as a test captain, but not so much in white ball cricket. So I think, the whole situation could have been managed better by the BCCI, but it's a very good day. We are celebrating victory, Diwali, so let's not go there. एक बात मैं जरूर कहूंगा, I was there at Mohali 2016. I was there yesterday. I'm very lucky to have witnessed these two games and Virat's knocks. Yesterday's knock. I mean, Mohali was tremendous, amazing. He was nicknamed King Kohli after that. But yesterday, he became a legend. He became legend Virat Kohli. ये कल वाली knock कोई beat नहीं कर सकता.
ये boss Kohli हो गया अभी
boss Kohli बिल्कुल.
Boss King Kohli से boss Kohli हो गया, and like you said, see here last evening everybody wanted that belief back. Even Virat always had the belief that he still has a lot of cricket. We also knew, but वो ये होता है ना कि हर cricket player का, बड़े cricket player का एक ग्राफ होता है कि 2-2.5 साल आपके घुसते हैं नीचे, फिर आप वापस आप कितना उसमें एंडेवर करते हो, एंड देन यू नो द ग्रीन कम्स बैक एंड सी सेज चलो भाई लेडी लक स्माइल्स बैक ऑन यू, चलो जाओ. अब कल अगर यही 1.5 साल पहले होता तो वो जो उसने अटेम्प्ट किया फाइन लेग के ऊपर छक्का अटेम्प्ट किया, वो सीधा बोल आउट हो सकता था या आउट हो सकता था, कोई भरोसा नहीं. अब बीच में वो आउट भी हुआ, जब आउट हुआ तब फ्री हिट पे बोल्ड हो गया था, तब वो फ्री हिट नहीं भी हो सकता था, कुछ और भी हो सकता था. So that's where you know कि भाई things have changed, and you need that 1% with you. आप 99% is cricketers effort, 1% is luck देते, but वो 1% के बिना 100 नहीं होता. So that is what it is. But anyway, it's been fantastic. What next? What is the team going to do, and what is Chetan going to do in Australia today? आज छुट्टी मना रहे हो, दिवाली मना रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो?
हाँ नहीं दिवाली तो नहीं, but छुट्टी जरूर, छुट्टी भी नहीं. There's a lot to write and you know lot to catch up on and lot to
for cricket next. हाँ भाई हमने भेजा है तो वहाँ काम तो करना पड़ेगा.
बिल्कुल काम ही चल रहा है and अभी I'm writing on the cricket next piece as well on the partnership. But yes, India team is traveling today and they will be practicing optional training tomorrow and day after, and then they'll get into gear for the next game. You know, beating Pakistan is a high. Usko bhi you need to let go of it because there's a whole tournament to concentrate on.
Yeah.
It was one prize and it's just given you momentum. The bigger prize is getting the tournament trophy back, because how long? It's been 9 years since we've won an ICC trophy. It's been since 2007 we've never won the T20 World Cup. So the eye has to be on the bigger prize, and I'll be covering a couple of games here in Melbourne before I move to Sydney, and obviously all the updates and everything will be available on Network 18 and Cricket Next as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and we look forward to that inch by inch. I just believe you should have your eye on the prize, but you need to go at it inch by inch, match by match, ball by ball, over by over. That's how you got to do. Yeah. And those who did not impress in this match, somehow I get the feeling they will say ki ab meri bari in the next game. So you may just have different match winners in every match as we run up to the final, and I just hope that stands us in good stead, that when it comes to the crunch time, the business end of this tournament, actually we are actually having so many people with so much of belief in that playing 11 that any one of them can single-handedly win the match for us. So that's how it should be. Yeah. It should build up to. So let's fingers crossed on that. So on that note, we're going to wind up this quick conversation. Stay tuned and stay hooked with Cricket Next, and hear the coverage here at News 18. Shubh Deepavali to everybody. Namaste. Thank you.
Sure.
The ground. Kohli goes out of the